What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? All right. So another day. All right. So this is the new way of business. Man, I'm really excited to go through this with you guys. I got so many different ideas that I want to go with you and let you guys know about. I just want to show you everything. Okay. My name is Dan Beals. If you didn't know who I am. I'm constantly talking to you guys. I'm all over Facebook. I'm all over these lawn groups, especially just trying to talk to you guys. I want to make sure that I'm giving out the right information, and I also want to get the correct information because I'm new to all this, and this is absolutely a lot of fun to me. So today, man, today's going to be a good one. All right. So we are going to go over some really important things. And it's a little bit out of the box, in my opinion, because I don't see anybody talking about it. All right. So I'm going to do example pricing on using Yardbook or Findlotsize. Okay. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of these. Everybody has different pricing. Everybody has different ways to do things. So I'm going to go over it. I'm going to talk about it. It got brought up to me from the last show that he wanted to know how we do pricing for on demand, and this is how you're going to have to do that. Okay, so it's not necessarily going to be using Yardbook or Findlotsize. You know, there's other ways of doing it, and even creating your own. But these are the tools that are out there that I've found being easiest and the best. So this is, like I said, going to be a very interesting one. I haven't done this kind of, I guess, show before. This is new. So I'm using a whole new program called Be Live. I'm trying to step on my Facebook game. I'm really trying to make this a professional thing. Okay. So I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to get into this a little bit. I'm trying to do multiple things at once because I can basically play around with this as I'm live, which is really cool. So I'm gonna play with it, trying to get through it as fast as possible, so that way you're not just sitting there watching me mess with this. I got a new laptop also trying to mess with this because this is pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to move on to the next thing. All right, so I'm gonna talk about this. All right, what are the different ways of pricing? All right, I want you guys to really interact with me. I really want you guys to talk with me. This is a live show, so I want you guys to share your opinion. I can bring up your comments and show them just right here, just like this. So the different ways of pricing, from what I've seen, okay, the different ways of doing this is what I'm about to show you, which is square footage of the lot size from an aerial view looking over. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to literally go in there and I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen and get this in so that way you guys know exactly what I'm looking at, okay? There's an hourly charges, okay? People go off of hourly and have their hourly wages and things like that. Look at Brian over here asking if I'm gonna diet with him. So, Brian, you know, I would love to go on a diet with you, but man, I love my food too much. But I will support you all the way, and I will not share any bad food, so that way you're not feeling any bad. Because I saw that, I commented, and man, I really wish you luck with that because that's a commitment, man. I hope you do it. So here we go. Let's get into a little bit more. All right. So we got the whole lot size. All right. So I've seen pictures of people doing it as you get the whole entire lot, and that's how you price it out. So we're going to get into this a little bit. I'm going to bring up some different things here. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Let me get out of this so I can. This is all new, so I'm doing this as I go. All right. Boom. Look at this. Let's see if I can wrong one. Boom. All right. Cool. So this is what I'm looking at. Hey, and this is my new thing here that I made so everybody can kind of see what it is that I'm doing. All right, let's bring that. Oh, I don't need to show all my pictures. bring this back down. All right, so I want to show this. All right, so I already got some stuff up here. All right, so here's the Yardbook. All right, so I'm going to bring this up. So I can't see the comments as it's coming up, so I'm going to have to go back and forth and check on this. All right, so this is what Yardbook's dashboard looks like. Okay, so right when you're coming in, obviously there's absolutely nothing on here because this is all new. All right, so you go into this little green button right here, this little world. Okay, you click into that. Still getting used to this computer. I guess I'm gonna have to bring it up this way. All right, and then if you go down to estimates, you can lot measurements. Okay, so I've already gotten some predetermined here. I'm gonna get into one, and I'm gonna show you how this works. Okay, so I've got two predetermined houses. Okay, they're on the same neighborhood, same block. And I'm going to show you how this works, okay? So I'm going to edit the front yard here and show you how this works, okay? So the houses that I did is this house, which is it's a corner lot, so it's got a bigger backyard than all the others, okay? And then I have this lot over here. So I've heard a lot of different things. I'm going to try and jump back onto the other one so I can see what kind of comments we got here. Okay, so this big. So I hear a lot of different things on, you know, the neighbor's going to hear about the price and they're going to want the same exact price. Okay, so that's not the way this works. Okay, so this is going to give you the exact sizes of things. I'm going to bring up something so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get over here. Let's get back into my agenda. And so we're talking about Yardbook right now. Okay, so show that up. All right. All right. Let's get this big. So you can get this a little closer. All right. So I'm going to clear this map. All right. So how you're doing this, it's pretty simple. You just start plotting your yard. All right. So with when it comes to the yards that are connecting, it's kind of hard to tell the determining of where the yard starts or stops. But it's pretty, you know, just go down the middle right there. It's pretty close. All right. Familiar with this house. There's a rock bed right here. All right, so this is, look at this. All right, so this is the square footage right there. All right, so I'm going to save this, and you can save right here and measure to the next one. All right, I'm gonna go back so I can show you that. So you can save the measurements and move on to another one if you wanted to, or you can just save out basically and then move on. Okay, so now that this is the property that we're looking at. I did the sidewalks and the driveways too. You know, there's snow removal and stuff like that. All right, so we got all the square footage here. All right, so let's bring up a calculator. All right, so now what I want to be absolutely clear about right now, okay, what I want to absolutely be clear about is that this is not a exact pricing, okay? How you guys are going to price is how you guys are going to price, and you want to understand that. So this is, let's pull me back up. So how you price is how you price. I'm going to give some examples, but in order to get the pricing to really show you what I'm doing, I have to show you something. All right. So I'm going to get the calculator out, and then we're gonna price this out. So my this lawn right here, when it's mowed, it's about $25. All right, and that's the Denver area. Every area is different. Every single state is different. So this is all different compared to what you guys are doing. Okay, so we're right here, the 231 square foot. This is gonna be the front yard. So this is gonna be the smaller half of the yard, and I'm gonna show you what that is. All right. So that's going to be the smaller part on the other side of the driveway there, okay? And then we got the backyard, which is the big part, all right? And that's the entire backyard, okay? It's a lot of plots, but you know what? It's accurate, all right? I zoomed in, got it accurate, and we got it, and we're gonna take examples of 2 different ones. So this way you can, we can make sure that we're getting the accurate things, okay? So we got 231.32. So that's the front yard, small portion, all right? And then we got the backyard here, which is the big piece, 2339.72 plus, all right, now we got the front yard, which is 399.99. All right, so that's all 3 pieces, all right? Let's see equals. Messed it up. All right, let's do it again. 231.32 plus, that's not right. 231.32 plus 2339.72 plus 399.99. All right, equals. All right, so that's the square footage of the area that needs to be mowed. All right, that is everything that needs to be mowed in that entire area. Okay, and so let's say we're going to times this by 0.012. All right, so that's like basically it's a penny, a little over a penny per square foot, and then you equal it, and that's $35. Okay, so if I would have done it, all right, so divided by 0.01. I messed it all up. But yeah, okay. So I should have wrote down that that number, so we could have had the whole one. All right, but so that it basically showed you. All right. So that's Yardbook. All right. That's yep. So look at that. So Brian over here, he's taking a few guesses at this. All right, he's saying that, and $40. So it's pretty close. All right, it's pretty close. And then let's go to the neighbor's yard, which is right next door, same block, just a few houses down. But you got to remember that's a corner house, and then also a rounded part where you got more of a V shape rather than just a straight, rectangle. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to do this. All right, so let me get back into over here and show you this other lawn. Okay, so this is the front yard of the neighboring yard. Okay, so this is that house that we just did. All right, so I believe it was this one, and now we're right here. Okay, so we got this house all plotted out, and it's 860 square feet right there. Okay, so we save it, and then I got the backyard right here, which is the big part, which is not going to be as big as the front yard, or even or not going to be as big as the other yard that we were just doing. Okay, so we got it all plotted out. And then the front yard, the other small piece. All right, so it's a little tiny little spot on the side. All right, so now you're plotting this entire yard. All right, now I completely understand there's differences to every yard. I completely understand there's all different ways of pricing. Okay, so we're gonna add this one up. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this guy up. Am I on the big piece here? I'm showing the whole screen. Good. Good. All right, so we got 860. 860.07 plus 1052.77 plus 164.69. All right. So this one I'm going to write down. We got 2,077.53. All right. So let's say we times it by the same thing. So we times it by 0.012. All right. That's a $25 mo right there. Okay. So this is a different way to look at this. All right. So there's different ways of pricing. There's different ways of pricing, and everybody has a different way to do it. And that's the inconsistent part as the whole, okay? So there's new technologies out there, lots of new technologies that you can definitely be consistent, okay? So I know that you have to go and see the yard, all right? Now that can't tell you hill grades, that can't tell you all the different things you're gonna have to weed eat, that's not gonna tell. There's a lot of different angles to this, okay? So you can look up the Google Maps and look up the street view, okay? So there's, so Doug here loves that program, Yardbook. It's a good one, okay? There's a lot more to Yardbook than just the lot sizes. There's a lot more to it, okay? But that's just one specific feature, and it's free. It's free, okay? So that's a really cool thing. And what I really do like about Yardbook is this, okay? So I can pull this back up so I can back up. Broadcast. All right. So this is what I really like. All right. So you can save your lots. You can save them. They're all right here. And then you can basically plot them out. And then they're all right here. Okay. So that's a really cool advantage. That's a really cool advantage. You can separate your properties. There's all different things that you can do with this. I haven't explored everything with Yardbook, but using the plotting, it's a really cool feature. Okay, so now I'm going to go to another program. All right, so I'm going to use lot measure. So Findlotsize.com. All right, so this is a different one. Same property. Okay, same property. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plot out this lawn. All right, so we can compare too and see the differences. So I'm going to start over here because I just already know that it's going to be pretty. These guys can get in the way sometimes. So we're going to try and make sure that we're doing this to the exact measurements of this yard, okay? Whether it takes 1,000,000 plots or not, you want to make sure you're getting pretty accurate. You want these numbers to be right because you're going out and mowing it. All right. Like that. So we got 22. I'm going to write this down. All right. So 2272 square feet. All right. So let's compare that to the other one. So this is the backyard, 2339. Okay. So that's 100 square feet off. Or no, about 50 square feet. 50 square feet off. But when it comes to the measuring, so I've heard the different pricing on people like go from a 1/4 acre to a 1/2 acre, the same price. So that's a huge difference. You know, 50 square feet is not a very big difference. You know, I'm trying to get as precise as possible with this. So the only difference with this is I can't save this. So I have to write it down and then go to the next piece, okay? So I have to clear the markers and then I got to work on the next zone. Just kind of zoomed out there. Zoom back in. All right, so let's do this small little section over here. All right, so that's 214 square feet. Let's compare that to the other one. All right, so to 231. All right, so it's about a 15 square foot difference. All right, These are two separate programs, guys. All right, and then let's move on to this guy. All right, and then this one is showing 379. And all these right here, okay? So I'm getting all this right here. Let's compare this one to this. So front yard, 399, 397, that's pretty damn close. That's only 2 square feet away. All right, so these can be very, very precise, okay? Now, if you wanted to double check, I like that. When you add a trampoline, it's going to be cheaper. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing some of these comments on here. Okay, so Yardbook is awesome. It's free. Use QuickBooks and others. The best is always updating the new features. So if you have different ways of doing this, if you have different programs to use different programs. I found these two. These are the two that I found being talked about the most and that I wanted to show you guys, all right? So no one sits there and tells you how to price. No one should. No one should. But the only problem is that we have such an inconsistent market, okay? We have a very, very inconsistent market. There are so many different, I'm trying to add some more things. Yeah, look at that. All right. There's so many different ways of doing things. Whether you're new or you're super experienced. When you're super experienced, you've been there, done that. You find all the different problems. That's the reason why you don't do this way. That's the reason why you don't do this way. And that's fully understandable, okay? You want to make sure that you are pricing to the best that you possibly can, all right? Yes, absolutely. And that's coming, all right? So what I like to talk about is on-demand. On-demand is a very, very huge industry that's coming out. It's very new. So if you know of on-demand services, I'd love to hear which ones you know of and your thoughts on them, because essentially that's what they're doing. They're using these overviews of these properties to scale out and get the proper pricing, okay? And that's how that's working. That's a very common way to do it, and it's an easy way to do it. You don't have to see the property, and then if you come up on the property and there's a huge issue, that can be sorted out after the fact, okay? So there's lots of different things to do. Now, when I see some of these guys, so I'm going to bring this back up. I'm going to hide this. Let's see here. I'm going to hide this guy and bring back up my screen sharing. All right. So let's do this. I see this a lot too, all right? So I'm going to start a new one. Let's add it. All right. All right, so this is that property again, all right? So I see this, which I don't think is correct, all right? So you go here, you go here. Let's say you do it like this. All right, and then you're pricing out the entire square footage, all right? So now this is a 7,000, let's do this pricing, all right? 7856.36. All right. Now, I think this is unfair because look at this. You're not mowing all this rock that's back here. You're not mowing the house. You're not mowing all this rock on the side of the driveway. That's, I don't think, a fair way to price it. If you're going to do the pricing, do the right pricing, because it's only fair to you and the customer. Because what if they were doing that to you? How would you feel about that? I'm a very big believer in treating others the way you want to be treated. Just because people have money doesn't mean they should get charged more. Just because people are a business doesn't mean they should be charged more. You know, so everybody should get the same fair pricing. All right, that is not correct. Oh, I put in the wrong price. All right, so let's do this. 7856.36 times 0.012. So that went from basically a $35 job to a $94 job. All right. So if you're going to do this, you need to do it right. Whether it's even if it's for a huge property, take the time and effort to be able to do that, because it's only going to benefit you to be fair and with the correct pricing. Okay. I really like these programs. I think this is a real new way of doing things. I don't know why I just clicked that. My bad. So, you know, this is a new way of doing things. Now, if you use it, comment. Give me some comments, give me some likes, whatever it is, because I want to know how many people are using this kind of thing, because this is a very valuable tool, all right? This is a very, very valuable tool that can really, really benefit you. You don't have to go out and see every single property. You don't have to go out there and see everything. Now, with bigger jobs, you definitely want to go do that. Like if you're getting an apartment complex, if you're getting, you know, a big business that has multiple different areas, you have to take into factors of, you know, you got this little strip, and then you got to go over here to do this little strip. All right. So there's lots of different ways of taking in the factors of that. But when you're just doing residential properties, that's a pretty simple way to do things. You can clearly see what was grass. You can clearly see what was rock. You can clearly see the differences. Now, if you're not sure if it's a hill, that's something that you can definitely, if you're familiar with your areas, you're going to know where it's going to be like some hills and things like that. Okay, so you need to figure that out. You know, there's the Google Maps where you can have the roadside view and you can see the hill view. Okay, you can tell the hill because it's not fair to you to guarantee a price and then all of a sudden it's completely, you know, a 45-degree level hill, and that makes it a lot more hard on you. Okay, I love to hear you guys' thoughts. I like you know, give me lots of feedback, because you know, this is a different way to do things. All right, this is a different way to do things. It's a new way of doing things. I definitely want to hear you guys' input. I definitely want you guys to share this because there's so much to this. There's a lot of different ways to price. All right. Thank you guys all for watching. If you guys want to hear more stuff or anything specific, I would love to hear your comments, because you know, that's what I'm looking for doing. All right, am I measuring the weed eating? All right, so the weed eating is going around. All right, if you have a two-man crew, while the one's mowing, the other guy's weed eating and going. You know, so that's all part of it. That's all part of it. So how do customers feel when you use this system to come up with pricing? All right. So this is where I think the on-demand thing is really going to help. Okay. So the system that I'm in placing is the customer is doing it. All this, what you just saw, is the customer is doing it. So they feel they're getting the best price because they did the outline of their lawn. They know exactly where things are on their lawn and what's not going to get mowed, what's going to get mowed. So I feel that got some toys going off. I got a little kid, but yeah. So when I think the pricing with this, if you're showing a customer that you have the exact square footage of their lawn, they're not going to be opposed to it whatsoever. You know, even if you are going to from one way to this way and you're changing your prices. I saw a post where Nick was talking about the different prices and should you tell your customer if you're raising prices. I absolutely think you should. It's something that me as the customer, I would love to would love to know if it's getting priced, even if it's being changed to being a more accurate system. Would love that. Would love that. You know, I completely understand that I'm not asking little Jimmy down the street to mow my lawn. All right, I'm asking a business to mow my lawn, and you guys are the business. Okay. So Nick, I'm gonna ask you to just watch the video. It's a 30 minute show. So just watch the video. I got a lot of great things in there, and then please comment throughout, because I'm definitely going to answer these comments throughout after the show. So okay. Other than that, I'm gonna let you guys all go. Thanks for all you guys watching. I really hope this was a good input for you. If you guys have any thoughts, if you guys have any suggestions on a different show, on a different topic, because this is all the new ways of doing things, all right? So I would love to hear everything you guys got, and I would love to do videos on this and show you guys, not just talk about it. I want to show you guys, because that's the best way to be able to do it. If you guys start using Yardbook or Findlotsize, let me know, because that's awesome. You know, if I'm helping you guys out, that's what I'm here for. But other than that, you guys have a great day. Make sure to watch next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be right here on Lawn Care World. I can't thank Nick and Doug enough for, you know, letting me have this show. I really appreciate it, guys. And keep on rolling. Keep on going strong. The spring is on right around the corner, guys. It's coming, and there's lots of things to be done. All right. So I'll see you guys next week, and you guys will be seeing me throughout the week on these on all these channels and groups. So talk to me. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.